Hello and welcome to our first members and listeners update. Hi, everyone. I'm Mike from the Moonshots Podcast. And as always, the man joining me is none other than
Mr. Mark Pearson Freeland. Hey, listeners and Moonshots members. It's lovely to see you guys here on the moonshots.io and all of our other platforms.
Yeah, we're multi-platform these days, Mark. So that's part of the reason we're doing our first ever listener update. There's so much going on. We thought, why not give a bit of an overview of what we have published in June and what we're planning to do in the month of July. And Mark, it was a rather busy show for the month of June. We punched out a lot of work, didn't we?
We did. I mean, we were halfway through our productivity series and we came in hot, as they say, with Atul Gawande's The Checklist Manifesto. And I think it's fair to say, Mike, for you and I and all the Moonshots family, we like to use our lists, our checklists. Totally. And the Checklist Manifesto was really building on David Allen with Todoist, really, which is one of our favorite softwares. Yeah. But I mean, we also had Ken Blanchard, the 1 Minute Manager. Do you remember that? How good was that one?
Yeah, he was really handy for anyone that has people to manage. He's definitely worth taking a listen to. I thought Atul was very good for anyone who has a lot of processes and just capturing everything in these sort of procedural lists, how it really helps collaboration. That was pretty cool. But we should mention that we did go to one of our heavyweights, didn't we, Mark? Good old Cal Newport.
I mean, Cal Newport is a man who just never ceases to deliver. And the amount of shows that we've done on Cal, I think we must have done 5 or 6 now I think we must have done every single one of his books. But we had to revisit a couple of them here within the productivity series because deep work and a world without email is just bang on the money when it comes to productivity, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah. So if you're trying to work on something really big and challenging and you're kind of dealing with how to allocate time, how to get that work done, Cal's good. Definitely a good one to go for. We also, for our members and subscribers, we did another master series, which is a whole separate podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, we did this one in June on opportunity cost. I mean, Mike, there was definitely a lot of stuff to learn there around essentially the idea of what you sacrifice in order to do one other item. So what are you losing by choosing to go and do option A versus option B? I think it was coming up to me with regards to second order thinking. There was a build from the previous master series that we did there, but opportunity cost was such an interesting reveal as to the amount of what you reflect on when it comes to effort as well as attainment.
Yeah. I think that show's really handy for anyone who's got a big decision to make. Maybe there's you're at a crossroads. Opportunity cost master series, really good total deep dive on making better choices. I'll tell you what was good is we had lots of members. Let's go over here and have a look. We had a ton of members who made a good choice to join the show. So Mark, do you want to give a shout out to all the new members?
That's right. We've got Deborah and Gavin, Lasse and Tracy, Steve, Craig, Lauren, and Javier. You guys have made us very, very close to reaching the number 50 mark for the Moonshots merch, haven't they, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to see all these members. So super grateful. And we threatened to launch our own merch line if we hit 50. So we're 3 away. And Mark, I believe looking at this, what you see on screen right now, I believe the first 2, those cool ones with the big Moonshots M, but I think we choose to go to the moon, got a ton of votes across the socials. So looks like it's probably those 3 that we launch with in July, right?
Yeah, I think we have to launch all 3 of those because across each of our different channels and platforms, those are the 3 that really sprung to mind. I mean, look, I quite like the more cryptic 1962 one as well. So maybe when we do Moonshots Mark II and we do another library of assets, then maybe that one will sneak in there as well.
Totally. Let's chat about what we're thinking about doing next, Marky Mark.
It's massive, isn't it, Mike?
Well, and we're going to go to David Goggins, and we're going to do an analysis of how he just breaks records of all sorts. So we know you guys love David Goggins. So let us know what you'd like to know about David Goggins. But here's the big one, Mark, the next big series, right?
Yeah, this one I'm really, really excited about. And I know you are too, Mike. It's the Happiness series. It's actually a series that we've been wanting to do for a while, but the idea of getting into productivity, for example, just spoke to us even more, didn't it? But now, finally, we're getting into a long overdue series all about happiness. It's kicking off rightly, Mike, with Tal Ben-Shahar with the science of happiness. I mean, that one's going to be a really good beginning to that series, I think.
Yeah, and we're going to hit the Dalai Lama. So much is coming up in July and August. Thanks ever so much for all your support in the month of June. And Mark, I guess we'll say adios, and we'll see you in the next episode, right?
Thank you very much, listeners and members.
Catch you later.